The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the August 8th wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means you and I can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got your back. You can always let those fingers do the walking. You can send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. All I ask is that in that subject heading, you please put radio show question. That way, I can filter right to your question. Of course, inside the Tiger's Den, well, hey, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Let's Show. Right now, the Dow trade down 45 points. 25,583 is the print. S&P is flat, 28.58. NASDAQ is up 7 points. Russell back 2. Semis are up 4. Trendy's down 22. Gold's up $2. Silver's up 4 pennies. Light sweet crude is down nearly 4%, $2.64 out there. Lean to charge the upside. It is Amazon. Dollar-wise, $21. That's a little over 1%. InnoGen up $21 or nearly 10%. Middle Buy Corp, don't know if I got that right. We're going with it. $16.57 to the upside. That's over 15%. IAC Interactive up $12. WellCare Health up 13. Google up 10. To the downside, it is Penumbra. Penumbra off $24 or 16%. Lynn Energy down $22. That's a 55% haircut there. That is a scorcher. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals down nearly 5% or $17. Booking Holdings off 15. Jones Lang LaSalle off 13. So we have plenty of things to look at. If we wanted to the downside. I want to look at what you want to look at. The first request was to take a look at Brent crude oil out here. So let's switch over. Let's take a look at just what's going on in the crude marketplace. So if we take a look at Brent crude right now, trading out at 71.91. What we have on our screen out here for you is we've got the 60, the 120-minute, the daily, and the weekly set of profiles out there. Now, instead of 120, let's change it to 240, just so we can have a 1 hour, a 4 hour, a daily, and a weekly set of profiles out here. Now, profiles act as support and resistance. And when support breaks, as you go down to the next level. Well, we saw Brent Sweet Crude actually crack this morning at 6 o'clock and then again at 8 a.m. And then it just all holy heck broke loose, it looks like, between 8 and where we are speaking right now, going from 74.35 down to 71.94. So it broke through the bottom of a box. Now, what it also did was it broke through the bottom of a 240-minute profile, and right now is trading into the support or below support is what I should say of 72.14 established by the daily market profile out there. So it has a swing point. The prior swing point was just from a couple of weeks ago. The trading day specifically was July 18th. That low is 71.35. If 71.35 fails, what you would target as a place for potential support would be 70.10. Likewise, the close above 72.14 today would tell you that support held. The reason why we're focused on today's support level is because the structure of its box, let me go ahead and expand this chart out. The structure of its box is bullish in nature. I know. I get that question all the time. What in the Sam heck did you just say? Well, whoops, I didn't mean to turn that off. I meant to turn this off. So if we turn off price out here, you're going to see the structure of this box. The center line is closer to the bottom, 72.93, much closer to 72.14 versus 75.29. I know that's a mouthful, but that was the top of the box at 75.29 level, and therefore this should be strong support. Nothing more bearish than closing below the bottom of a box out there. Of course, if this is going to really get ugly, you would see follow through to the downside come tomorrow. Now, let's go take a look at light sweet crude. In this case here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put up my synthetic contract out here. I like these profiles better. I don't have them for Brent. Probably I could make them. I don't know if this is going to give us a whole heck of a lot of other information out here. But if we take a look at what it is doing, it too is trading below its daily profile. That daily profile does not have a bullish structure. 67.03 is the number you're trading at 66.57. So 64.71 for light sweet crude is totally open. That's the center of its weekly profile. If we take a look at Stevie's Ninja Trader charts out here, if light sweet crude, the real support level for it becomes that Tom DeMark setup trend line. It takes you to the low of June 21st. So I won't draw in the A to B equals CD because price would have to break below that. But if you're looking for the ultimate potential price area where light sweet crude could, should, would, maybe will pull back to, I'd be targeting that low of June 21st, especially if price continues to trade below and close below the bottom of that daily profile. So 67.03, just to summarize, for light sweet crude, that's what many of you would trade out there. That's the area to watch. If price closes below that, well, the trade setup is pretty easy. Your target becomes the June 21st low, 63.35. Your stop would need to be somewhere a close back above the bottom of the daily profile. That is what Stevie sees in light sweet crude. We've got a question now, not a question, but really a statement. I hope that helps you, by the way, with regard to Brent. Statement with regard to the S&P. I'm reading it as a statement. I'm kind of doing things live here, trying to multitask, but the Chapman, it's in Chapman Wave Leg 6 out there with regard to the S&P. Yes, it is. Let's go take a look at the S&P out here. Here's the weekly chart for, well, I guess the weekly chart for the S&P is what's going to show up first, but let's take a look at it. And you are very welcome out here. Now, if we take a look at the weekly chart, by the way, of the S&P right now, you're going to see prices trading above Stevie's green line. What that tells us is we have a rising price oscillator above zero. It is bullish. Period. From an intermediate term standpoint out here, this tells me that what price is going to do, it's going to go ahead and test those highs out there. Now, what it's really telling us is going to go ahead and take out those highs if we just simply get our entire interpretation from this chart, from the weekly time frame chart. That's 28.72 out there. You're at 28.58. Doesn't have much further to go in order to be able to do that. Maybe we're going to get to another 9 count in the Tom DeMark setup. You know, I have my, I guess I could turn on from a weekly base. I won't turn it. Well, I guess I could. I can do anything. That's a beautiful thing when you're well, we're going to break. So during the break, I can go ahead and we'll get the daily chart up. We'll go ahead and get up Tom DeMark's combo and sequential counts out there as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Dow's off 42. S&P is flat. We'll be right back. Hey, I want to hear from you. Give us a call or send me an email. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So if we take a look at the S&P 500, the daily time frame chart out here, the pattern that one should be most concerned with, in my opinion, is the mere fact that 2 days ago, price began rising higher, doing less relative energy, beginning the Rhodes momentum indicator signal. That's the black diagonal lines. Now, this chart here is very cluttered because it's got all of Tom DeMark's counts out here. Yesterday, I had as a Tom DeMark on the daily chart a combo number 13. Can be a place where you see an exhaustion type of a top. But what we also had was price yesterday was moving higher, less relative energy. Need a bearish reversal candle today to give you a confirmation of that pattern. Yes, it is in wave number 6, letter number F on my chart out here. We could probably come up with some A to B equals CD patterns that maybe have or are not going to complete out here, but we've got a series of higher lows and higher highs out there on the right-hand side of the chart. In prices above Stevie's green line, that's at 28.47. So that's your first level of support. Moving down there, pulling back there, you start to see the S&P pull back today. Don't let it blow your skirt up, even if you're not wearing a skirt, because price would just simply be pulling back to support. Now, let it blow your skirt up if it closes below the 28.47 level. Then what we'd have to do is go take a look at the ES Mini and identify levels of support on multiple time frames out there. So at this stage of the game, as we speak at 1:19 in the afternoon, yeah, I can say it till I'm blue in the face, but I'll never be blue in the face out here. The S&P 500 is bullish, period, plain, end of story, simple, and it's headed for those highs until it tells us otherwise out there. I don't care if it's got a Tom DeMark setup account. If price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, this is the message with regard to what the S&P 500 is doing. Why would I say that? Well, I'd say that for a number of reasons. Number one, if we go to the daily equity futures contracts out here, we're going to see there is no resistance with regard to its TAS market profiles. That's important. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, there is no resistance on any of the 3 primary equity futures contract. I'm not saying that the Russell 2000 isn't a primary one, but yesterday we talked about how it's got significant resistance at 1705, both on the daily and the weekly time frame out here. So there's no reason for the buyers not to be able to push price higher. If we take a look at spot volatility index, it's seeking lower lows out here. The number itself doesn't matter to us. Just simple, well, the mere fact that it's continuing to move lower says lots of liquidity inside of the marketplace. Well, what's going on with the high yield junk debt out there? I don't know. As soon as I can find my tab, there's my tab. We'll just simply go take a look at HYG. And one day is not going to make the difference. But even that moved higher yesterday. There's no signs of ill liquidity, can I call it that, inside of the high yield market. So as this continues to move higher, this just says, knocking on my door, one thing. It says, Stevie, there's lots of liquidity in the market to consume any kind of pullback. And that's why we see what it is that we see going on in front of us. So there are topping signals out there. But what is not occurring is sellers are unable to push the market down. Why is that? Because there are buyers across the world. You've got to ask yourself, if you are in the market, which basically everybody is in the market or managing money, not everybody, but the majority out there, and they're trying to find where's it safe? Where's it safe? Where is it safe to go ahead and invest your money? And where's something going up in your local currency? Yeah, exactly. And we all know the answer to that, right? Because I probably have said this so much that you are blue in the face for me saying that out there. But all we have to do, I guess it can go all the way to the end. It makes it a little bit easier to see it, because if we just happen to take a look at it on a weekly basis out here, earlier today you made a new all-time high in yen. You are at basically a new all-time high in pounds out there. Now that's an interesting thing, that you're at a new all-time high in the S&P or in the ES-Mini, same thing out here in pounds. Now why would that be? Why would that be? So if you're sitting over there in London and you're trying to figure out the Brexit deal, and I am no expert on Brexit, but I can kind of get it. So you're over there in London and you're saying, I don't trust these politicians. That's an understatement. Raise your hand if you trust the politicians out there. Either side, for goodness sakes, out there, there's still a politician. All right, that's as far as I'll go with regard to my politics out here. But let's just say you're over in London. You're trying to figure out, where should I put my dollares or my pound sterling out here? Well, right now, you'd be looking at the ES mini chart and saying, I'm going to ride that wave, because clearly that's what they're doing over there. You're going to say, my friends over here, over the Pacific, over in Asia, they see the ES mini breaking out in their currency. And, just across the tunnel, can I say across the tunnel? Over on the other side of the tunnel out there in Gay Paris, they like the breakout that they see inside the ES Mini in euros as well. So I just think I'm going to go ahead and that is why you're not seeing any flushing of the toilet to the downside, because the money is just simply coming in here. Now, there's an alert out there that says that, hey, gold is moving higher. Well, that's kind of interesting, because if we go take a look at, and if the Brexit, if there's some fear over there with regard to the politicians between Brussels and Great Britain being able to figure out the game out there, and you're an individual and you're trying to figure out where to put your money, you might say, maybe I won't stay in my local currency and I'll try and, Bitcoin? Is that where you'd go? Gold? Well, let's go take a look at what they are doing in gold out here. You're seeing a little bit of a bid in gold, but where is it coming from? Isn't that really the question? Is it a unanimous decision with regard to what gold is doing out there? And as we take a look at that chart, as soon as I can find it, here it is. There you go. Voila. So you see, it is over in Great Britain right now. That is the right-hand panel of the chart that you're looking at, these 4 charts. And it's really gold priced in pound sterling that's really getting the bid. Ain't getting a bid in dollars, that's for sure. It really isn't getting the bid in yen. The folks sitting over in Tokyo, in Osaka, in Hokkaido right now, they're loving Brexit. Or whatever it is that is driving those who are dealing with the local currency of pounds, they are licking their chops, pork chops, lamb chops, gold chops out here. They're saying this is a beautiful thing. I have somebody to sell to, right? Every seller needs a buyer. In this case here, you can see the sellers. They can't hide. They're on Stevie's screen right here. They're living right next door to each other. They're selling, while the guys that are in Great British Pounds, they're buying. And I will tell you that right now, those who are taking a look at their local currency, if it's euros or if it's dollars, they're sitting this one out. Whether gold is up $2 or $3 or anything else, they're just sitting this game out. They're going to watch this fight and see at what point in time who gives. And whoever gives, well, the price will start moving in the same direction. And then we can come back and we can peek at gold priced in euros, gold priced in dollars. Is gold trying to find a bottom out there? Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It's got the wrong contract out here, I think. Does it? Does it? Oh, I got to change that. I'll do that here in a moment. Yeah, I've got to do that. I've got to do that. But here's that Stevie Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Thinkorswim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. TigerTV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's finish off Goldilocks, if we will, out here, which we will. One of the things that you can see right now, a bit of a range in dollars. 12.19 is the top of its 4-hour profile. Bottom of the box is about 12.12 out there. Closing above 12.19 would give it some promise out there. So watch that as a level. The cool thing, really, about the way that gold is trading right now, and this will be, I don't know how it's going to be at the end of the trading session, but you do see that we have we'll call it an orange, because that's really the color, right? Burnt orange out there. And I don't want you to get burnt. But we do have an orange bar that is present at the moment. Now, when that forms, it typically means, well, it tells us that the market, or the December contract, is trying to form a brand new daily profile. Right now, the current profile, the bottom of that box is 12.38. Whether I use this contract or whether which is the synthetic version, or if I go to December, is it 12.38? It's 12.44 is the number out there. So those would be the two numbers that you can use. But in either case, we're big, and you can't get bullish. That says even a big move higher is nothing more than a counter trend rally, because that is old support, which is now new resistance, which has been tested. So the cool thing here, if you're trading gold, is that come tomorrow, come mañana, we can't guarantee it, but we may have a new set of profiles to work with. We'll make a determination. We'll make the determination. We'll then go read it. Is it bullish in structure, bearish in structure, neutral? Where's the top? Where's the bottom? Where is price trading? And we want to be paying attention to that, in addition to what is gold doing in the other major currencies, because it's displaying bottoming patterns out here. It's displaying them. And what yesterday was, from a daily standpoint, happened to be a Tom DeMark setup, 9 count. I mean, we had 9 consecutive sessions where price traded or closed below the low 4 bars earlier. That happened to be yesterday. So that says there's real resistance on any bounce, which would be the equivalent of the July 26 high. On the December contract, that level to watch would be 12.45.30. So hit me up again tomorrow. You probably won't need to. And then we'll go take a look at gold. We'll go see if there's any new evidence of a bottom in it. And if there is, then we will go ahead and act accordingly. And if not, well, we'll just sit by and watch others partake in a fight. So if we take a look at what's been weak here today, what's been weak dollar-wise, percentage-wise, and so forth, I believe it was the Dow. The Dow's still off 36 points. Not a big deal out here. But if we look at the equity futures contract out here, the Dow's the one that's the biggest concern to Stevie. Now, this is a 30-minute time frame out here. The reason that it's the biggest concern, and where you'll be able to get a ton of information for the remainder of the day, I believe, is this 30-minute chart here, the set of tools, works the same way, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 5 hours with daily, weekly, and so on and so forth. And see right here, well, you can't see right here until I get my crossbar, but right here at the trading session at 10 a.m., see how Stevie's green line turned red? That told us that the price oscillator, difference between two exponential moving averages, 19 and 39, was at 0. And what we see that takes place at that point in time is a test of Stevie's green and red line. Sometimes it takes a number of bars. In this case, they went right to the bar right then and there. And when price rejected that, said, I want lower price. Lower price to where? Well, you can see the red dashed line that Tom DeMark set up trend line out there, which did hold the support all the way until 12:30, just before we were coming on the air. But where price did find support, and you can see this is a very wide box on its 30-minute time frame, was right at the bottom of it, 25.530, bullish in structure. So what we know is that right now, price is trying to take on Stevie's red line, just like it did back here at 12 noon. And then it just got but you know what beat out of it. It did. And so its price is trying to take that on again today. Right now, it's 25.560. If price were to close above Stevie's red line during this half hour, which we're 134, so we're in a new half-hour zone, if coming into 2 o'clock, price is above that, then you can expect, you should anticipate, that price will get to 25.603. Otherwise, you have a clear line of resistance that could be sold if you were so inclined to do that, knowing, though, that support is at 25.530. Things would really get rocking and rolling if price closed below 25.530 because of the test of Stevie Stevie's red line. If we do some wave counts to the downside, where are we? Well, we're in wave number 6. So, well, okay. So then you're going to have to see if they get to a lower low. That's the low between 11 o'clock this morning. That price point, by the way, I'll give it to you as soon as it lets me. That's 25,519. That'll get you into that'll be wave number 7, or the market singing the key of G out there. So you do have to kind of watch that. But that's the chart that I think today, if you're asking me, at 135, you said, Steve-O, you just give me one chart to pay attention to help answer today what the markets are going to do. Then I just gave it to you. And right now it says the Dow is where all the pressure is. It has, if we'll call it from a directional standpoint, the most bearish of the patterns on a 30-minute basis of the four, we should say, out here. If I take a look at, that's no reason for me to show you the other stuff out there. Just no reason whatsoever. So okay, so I think we're kind of through that. And David, were you just typing in the fact that the U.S. dollar is at 94.98 just for the heck of it? I'm going to guess maybe it wasn't really intended for me out here. Let's take a look at some stocks that are moving to the upside, moving to the downside. Amazon. Let's go take a look at Amazon, see what in the heck it is doing. AMZN, of course, is the ticker symbol. Let's go take a look at its 3 time frames out here. Daily bullish, weekly bullish, monthly bullish out there. In the case of the daily time frame, it's taking on a prior swing point from just a handful of trading sessions ago. That, by the way, was on July 27th. Now, there was 9.7 million shares on that trading day. It made a higher high. The prior day, or 2 days prior, only had 3.8 million shares. So that said, the price was not done moving lower, and it hasn't moved lower. All price did, in the case of Amazon, come down, in essence, test the bottom of that bullish structured box. Got back above it yesterday. Now you're back above that swing point. I don't care if it's with lighter volume or not. You close above 1880, you're going higher inside of the amazing one. That is Amazon. It looks like what do they have to be printing at? Anybody know? What do they have to be printing at in order to get to the next $1 trillion entity, market cap company out there? Anybody know what that price level is? Would be curious. Somebody can be on, $1 trillion watch for in Bezos. What does he own? What percentage of the stock does he own out there? These are things I probably should know, but they're fun facts, and so there's no reason really for me to know that. But that's what's going on Amazon. It looks pretty mean and bullish. Mean and bullish. Can I say that? Mean and bullish at the same time out there? I was going to say mean and green. We'll go with mean and green. That sounds better. Double where it's at now, Tucker? Wow. A double? It's got to get to 3,600 in order to do that. You mean it's only a $500 billion, huh? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's no way. 2K. So it just has you. So we've got some dissension in the den. I don't like dissension, and we got to get our facts straight out there. I just have to rely. These are the wing of men and women of TFNN. Much smarter than I. In any event, I don't care whether it's going to get to $1 trillion or not. It's headed higher. That's what it's doing now. Dow's off 41. S&P is totally flat out there. Right.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profile So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Sweet Ruby Wednesday asked if we could go take a look at palladium out here. So we're looking at the September contract. And in the September contract out here, here's the biggest problem that I see in looking at this chart, Ruby, is that this week there was a brand new market profile that formed. Now, the week is not over. Granted, it's just hump day, and we're halfway into the week. So I'd be watching the price level of 903.30. Never good to close below a profile, a level of support that is, and especially the week that it forms out there. It just tells you that you really have some movers and shakers to the downside. So that's what the weekly. Now, not all the way down to its swing point. That took place 2 weeks ago, and that was at a low of about 853 is what it looks like to me out here, and that's what I would be targeting at a minimum if price this week closes below the 903 level out there. Right now, price is inside the daily profile, so 872 seems like somewhat of a slam dunk out there for price to test that level. I don't know, Ruby, you're a 4-hour chart trader. Is that what you're saying? You know, you want to buy it, but do you want to make your decision based upon the 4-hour chart? Just if you tell me what you want to do, then I can just hone in on that chart as well. Here's a daily time frame chart. Of course, we want to be able to get the, let's say, the longer term picture maybe as well. Here's the daily time frame chart. Interestingly enough, these Tom DeMark 9 counts seem to be really influencing, not every time, but they do seem to be influencing turn areas inside of palladium. Here, if you take a look at the high from April 19th, the Tom DeMark 9 count, although it was only 7 that marked the low 2 days later on May 3rd, you saw prices move higher. When? Till they formed the 9 count on June 11th. Price moved down lower. Then they kind of moved sideways after they formed that 9 count on June 27th. Today looks like count number 6. Now, I'm not trying to be Count Dracula out here, but I'd say at this stage here, trading below the weekly profile. Today's going to be count number 6 on the daily, meaning you're 3 days away. Counting today, you'd be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you'd be looking at it Sunday, Monday. Monday, probably, maybe before Palladium, because you want to buy a bottom. I'd kind of go with this string here of 9 counts that seem to be working. Price is trading below Stevie's red line out here. Let me just make sure that I've got this set at the daily time frame. It sure looks like I do. That's what it looks like to you as well, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's set to daily. So trading, continued trade below 994 says it. No bottom. No bottom. No bottom. So hopefully that helps you out. I know you said yes to the, I believe you said yes to the 240-minute chart out there. So just for the heck of it, let's go convert the daily time frame chart. Let's convert it to 240 minutes out here. I'm going to have to make one change as soon as this comes back into full focus here. And that's because my red line's still going to be showing. Well, that didn't work really well. That did not work at all. Here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to just stick for the 240-minute time frame chart. I'm going to have to put the continuous contract up here if I can find it. Yeah, I don't have it up here. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, so even though I had all the right intentions, even the 9 counts on the 240 minutes seem to be working. And right now, from a bar standpoint, you're going to be in bar number 5. So, you know, Ruby, let's just use our prudence here. And from Stevie's charts, this just says to stay put. Don't keep your hands in your pockets as we speak right now in searching for that bottom. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks for asking. If we take a look at, see if there's any other requests out there. Very quiet in request line. Hey, thank you to everyone that attended last evening's workshop. It was free for everyone that is a tiger or tigress out there. Standing room only, which is a beautiful thing. And I know that there's hundreds of others that will be watching that workshop because they signed up for it and wanted to grab the archive of that. So always grateful to be able to share information with you to help assist you in achieving your outcomes, just like we do here at 1 o'clock, which is why I actually love requests, because it just actually makes the show go a whole lot easier. And then I know I'm providing something very specific for you out there. If you've got a question, somebody else has a question. It was archived. It should be up on the members' pages, I thought, this morning, maybe early afternoon. So it will be up there, 1 hour long, and it'll introduce you to Bob, the intelligence behind Stevie's black box system out there. Okay, so no questions here. Let's go take a look at some things that are moving to the. Let's go look at something moving to the downside. Penumbra, P-E-N, getting smoked out here. Let's try to figure out where this thing is headed to. In fact, let's go back to our 3 different time frames and see what PEN has in store. Is there any support in sight? And there is. If you were in the stock, you're not going to like what it says. Support would be $91.03. Brand new monthly profile. Interesting how these profiles work, isn't it? This formed at the beginning of the month, the beginning of August. The top of the box is 150.39. It actually got up to a high of 150.95. A bearish structured box. Again, if this will be easier to see than the other ones. I'll just turn price off. You can see that it's bearish and structured. Man, it's a wide box out there from a monthly standpoint, but it is what it is. Bearish and structure, center line at 133.43, closer to 150.39 than it is to 91.03. We put price back on. Price is well below $10 below the point of control out here. So the buyers in that point of control have kind of lost track. And Penumbra looks like it's headed lower over time to 91.03. If interestingly enough, we talk about bullish structured boxes, right? And we talk about the importance of the bottom of the box and the top of the box. We looked at gold. I said, you know, there may be a nice bounce, but until you get back inside a profile, certainly above the bottom of a box, you know, buyer beware, be careful out there. You can take a look at Penumbra on its weekly time frame chart out here. Bullish structure in nature. As we put the price back on here, look at how for a number of weeks price began closing below this June 25th, and we saw a test last week, and then of course this week into the bottom of that box again. Old support has become resistance out here, and this thing just simply wants lower price. On a daily basis, there is an A to B equals CD pattern. So we can go ahead and put our lightning bolt in here. Of course, this is called coming off of the C point, or the A point, the C point, with a vengeance. And what I can guarantee you is that is not a good sign. You're going to see the prices nearly hit the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the downside. That was priced at 117.55, but it's come off of that C point, as I say, with a vengeance. And what's that mean? It's going to do more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the downside. So on the daily basis, and there's a potential for a Gartley buyout here, not today and not tomorrow. But it looks like price is going to head down to 108, maybe 96 level. Maybe even I'll make that 100% move, get back to 84 buckaroonies. I don't know what Penumbra does out here, and I do like saying the name. It sounds pretty good. Doesn't look very good. Don't know what they do. They are taking a shellacking. See Rhodes with TFNN. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's TigerTV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, if the markets are going to crack, they're going to do it like right here, right now. Not exactly at 154, but they would be doing it soon out there. We talked about earlier in the show, we talked about the Dow equity futures contract and how it gave what we'll call, directionally speaking, the most bearish of signals out here. when price tested Stevie's red and green line right at the point in time when that price oscillator was at 0. And right now, during this 30-minute session, it in essence has tested that red line again. 25,560 is the number. And as long as price stays below that, says, okay, I want lower price. Close above it. Counter trend rally take you up at least to 25,603. Whether it's counter trend rally or not, I don't know, but that becomes the level of resistance. That is a chart here. This time frame doesn't complete for another 5 minutes. The ES Mini wants to get in on the action out there. And so as we take a look at it, you can see that its red and green line here has been alternating back and forth for the last couple of hours. Right now it's red. Price oscillator is below 0. So really it's its last line of defense, be able to call defense here. If price is going to move lower in the markets, well, you'd also see the ES Mini close below 28.59. You're 28.58 and 2 ticks right now. 28.59 is the top of the 30-minute profile as well. So you've got two, in essence, instruments on a 30-minute basis, albeit short-term. This has nothing to do with the monthly and the weekly and even the daily out here. You've got price up against resistance. So if sellers are going to be able to find their booty, so to speak, it's likely to occur just as your friend and mine, our favorite polar bear, comes on the air. So stay tuned for him. If you did sign up for last night's workshop, it'll be up on your members page here if it's not already. And for all of you folks that did attend, I really do appreciate you doing so. And look forward to the next workshop. As we mentioned, I'll be putting that together for January. For August 22nd. I'm going to take a look at Stevie's Rhodes Momentum Indicator number 3. Have a great day. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you on Terrific.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.